bring my mom over.
To this country?
This is where I live.
For how long?
Since I was 17.
I was talking about your mother. Sit down. For how long do you wish to bring her over?
I understand, sorry. Forever, I think, although that's kind of scary.
Why?
Well, wouldn't you be scared to live with your mother forever?
I meant, why do you want to bring her over?
Let me start again. My father has died recently, and my mother is getting old and needs support.
Age is immaterial in immigration matters, I'm afraid.
Oh, she used to be British.
Used to be?
Yeah, she was born here, but she gave up her citizenship. She may be able to resume it. She lost the paperwork. It was 35 years ago.
Ah, that's a problem.
But I read somewhere she can come as a dependent.
One moment. Can she dress herself?
In clothes? But of course.
Can she get out of bed by herself?
Well, yes, otherwise how
Is she incontinent?
Sorry?
Does she wear nappies?
I don't think so.
Is she senile? Does she know who she is? Who you are?
Yes, I'm her daughter.
Can she prepare food for herself?
She struggles. That is a problem. I'm worried she won't be able to feed herself properly.
When was the last time she managed to cook a meal?
I don't know. Sometime today, I hope.
So how is it a struggle?
Recently she spilled hot oil on her wrist.
She doesn't sound like a dependent.
The burn was terrible.
I'm afraid you have no legal claim to bring her.
Please listen to me. She spilled boiling oil on her wrist and she had to go to the hospital. It was so bad.
Anyone can have an accident.
Yes, but before I left, she let the pan of water boil dry. She has never done anything like this before. She needs to be here with me so I can look after her.
I'm afraid old age is no basis for a dependent visa. She must be a genuine dependent.
What does that mean?
One moment. She must be unable to dress herself, feed herself, go to the bathroom by herself, or look after herself in any essential and meaningful way. Is there no one over there who could be a carer?
Well, my half-brother, but he's a bit of a free spirit. He's not very dependable.
But there is someone.
But I'm the only one who cares, who she can relate to.
Are you able to deposit, say, £20,000 into your account?
What? There's a law that says with £20,000 I can bring my mother over.
Well, no. But you'd be amazed what £20,000 can do.
But I haven't that kind of money. I'm a cleaner.
Then I'm afraid I can't help you. And I think we've probably come to the end of our conversation.
So it's money. If I had the money, you would work the system for me?
Look, you need to understand. Every country needs to attract the rich in order to keep its economy vibrant. It's normal.
Well, what about the poor? They pay their taxes.
The rich invest.
That's not the same.
Investment creates jobs for people like you. You'll be receiving our invoice through the post in the next few days. The leaflet will answer any further questions you may have.
It won't. I can tell you right now that it won't.
Why is the leaflet?
Why is it so difficult to bring my old mother over here so I can look after her? So we can make sure she doesn't set the kitchen on fire.
Read the leaflet.
Or flood the house. Why is it so difficult?
Read the leaflet.
I need someone to talk to. Stefan. Where are you, Stefan? was a good funeral, Mama.
As funerals go.
Lucky they managed to dig the grave, huh? The ground is ice. Winter's not a good time to die.
In summer, the body starts to rot while the priest is still singing the requiem.
Okay, it's never a good time to die.
Or to be left behind. God, I can't breathe.
Mama? Mama! It's -15 outside.
Oh, you're not outside. Where is everyone?
They've left at last.
Is Stefan still here?
He left a few hours before the wake.
Where's he gone?
Mama, did you invite Stefan to stay for food?
If your half-brother doesn't want to stay at his father's wake, I can't force him to.
So you didn't invite him, huh?
I shouldn't need an invitation.
Oh, Mama! Mama, I wanted to talk to him, but he left in such a rush. Well, the others certainly got through the food. Feeding and comforting.
Without being comforted. That's the way it's done here.
More Catholic than the Pope you are. What shall I do with this then?
I don't know. Near the potatoes or behind the sack of winter apples. What does it matter now?
How Daddy loved this room. Do you remember when he tried to plaster it himself? An actor plastering.
I remember. It took him 2 months.
Mama, I did manage to have a few words with Stefan, and we both wonder what you'll do now. Will you come back to England?
This is my home. But don't you mean Stefan wondered? He wants this house. He wants to sell it and get his half. That same boy I used to bring here for bread and milk, and his own mother didn't feed him. He's already working out where to put me. Oh yes. Which nursing home, which mental asylum.
Mama. Stefan cannot have this house, okay?
But he can. According to the law, in cases like ours, the children inherit.
But we fixed that, haven't we? Daddy left this house to you, and the family agreed. It was all settled legally.
But you contest the will.
No.
He'll take us to court. We need a lawyer. A lawyer can protect us.
Protect us from my brother.
Half-brother. In this country, when someone dies, a family needs a lawyer.
Mother, you're English.
I gave up my passport, you know that. I've been living here for 35 years.
Half English.
This is what we must do. Get a lawyer to hunt Stefan down. Smoke him out like a fox from his den. Make him show his colours. Make him play his cards.
You've been watching too many old American movies. Now, calm down. The property has been left to you. And if there's any talking to be done, it's with Stefan, not a lawyer. That is what Dad would say.
Maybe he'll accept this house for your father's clothes.
Enough.
He's got friends in the police.
Who has?
Your half-brother. They come at night when I'm alone, they'll break in and they'll beat me up, and your father isn't here to protect me.
I said enough. I love this photo of Daddy fishing. These are army-issue dungarees, right?
Make him look like a car mechanic.
Well, what about this one?
Good.
What about this one?
He was so young and handsome. My prince in shining armour.
Prince of Denmark, Mama. production of Hamlet he was so proud of. Ah, and there he is as Lear's fool. What is that? Oh, for heaven's sakes! He looks like a certain president of the US.
Put a lot of padding on to play that role.
He played so many parts.
And now he's decided to play the part of a dead man. I can feel your father in this room. His energy is pulsating. The soul doesn't depart for 40 days. His shape is still in the air.
Look, here's a picture of you pregnant. Come see.
Oh, happiness.
Have you ever regretted it?
Having you? Of course not.
No. I mean, have you ever regretted coming over here for all these years?
I came to be with your father. How could I regret that? And there was so much more for me here. A big family, friends dropping in. The house was always alive. It wasn't like that for me in England. Why would I want to go back?
It's been snowing for hours. I better do something about booking my return flight.
England's calling you back. Ironic, isn't it?
Well, England is where I live now, Mama. It's my home.
Isn't this your home?
Oh, yes, it is. I just can't be here all the time.
But you're not doing anything amazing in England. A cleaner. Your father was highly respected in this community.
The acting community.
We didn't raise you to be a cleaner. Look here, you could have gone to university.
On an actor's wages. Mama, you couldn't afford to send me. I couldn't afford to send myself. No one has a job. And I wanted a better life. I have to start somewhere, so cleaning.
I thought it would be different now.
That I'd stay? Why?
Because I'm alone, and your father would have wanted you to stay.
No, he wouldn't. Won't you at least consider?
I'll be fine. Maybe I'll die soon.
Oh.
I do have a weak heart. What was that? Have I heard something? No, it's probably the snow falling.
You can't hear snow.
Yes, you can hear snow. And cold. And loneliness.
Okay. Oh, look, there is a figure by the gate coming up the path. Do you see? Oh, goodness. If I believed in ghosts, I would swear that was Daddy.
If your father is anywhere, he's in here with us.
I think it's Stefan. And look, he's going around the back.
Lock the door! Lock the door!
Let's wait for him to knock, huh?
Be quiet! We're not in!
I think he's gone. I'm going to open the door. Don't know if you'll read this. Do you ever check your email? I don't know, but I need someone to offload to, someone who knows me, who knows the family, and you're the only one, Stefan. I am desperately worried about Mama. She was so vague, so strange after the funeral, and grief and fear of being alone are to be expected, I guess, but I'm worried she might not be able to shake it off, get back to her old self. I just spent a small legal fortune getting legal advice from about bringing her over here, and it was a complete waste of money. I mean, not that she'd come willingly, but apparently, unless you're rich, it's impossible. I know she's not your real mother, but she was so good to you when you were young, and I know she hasn't been very friendly lately, but deep down, she still cares about you very much. If you're anywhere near, will you please go and see her for me? And please email me back. P.S. I'm already feeling a bit better. I'm going to set up a proper bank account so I can at least send her money safely and that thieving postman can't get his hands on it. P.P.S. Why didn't you stay for the wake? And was it you that left flowers at the back door? I hope so.
You should make arrangements to leave.
Oh, but that's a mistake. I've been living here 2 years.
If you need assistance to do so, the Home Office Voluntary Departures team can help. They can be contacted on voluntary departure queries at homeoffice.gsi.gov.uk.
I'm sorry. Perhaps I have not been clear. It's my mistake.
Alternatively, further information is available by visiting www.gov.uk/return-home-voluntarily.
But I'm not returning home, voluntarily or any other way. I just want a bank account.
If you believe you have been wrongly disqualified from opening a bank account, you should contact the Home Office by visiting www.gov.uk/current-account-refuse-based-on-immigration-status.
Forget about the bank account. My immigration status is fine.
I thought you said you were here because of the bank account.
Well, I was, but there's been some sort of mistake.
I'm sorry, I only deal with bank accounts. If you have a different query, you need to see my colleague at desk number 2. Have a nice day. Good afternoon. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Do you have all the required documentation?
Yes.
Proof of address, proof of name, proof of age, proof
yes.
of income,
Yes.
proof of children.
Oh, I don't have children.
Oh, you don't have a suitable photograph. she doesn't have a suitable photograph.
Hang on, you don't even know I am here. I don't need a photograph. I'm just
desk number 3. Well, have a nice day.
Good afternoon.
I'm fine, thank you. I am here because of a problem with my immigration status.
Do you have a letter from your doctor?
No,
Teacher?
No.
Accountant?
No.
Neighbor?
No,
Policeman?
No.
Elderly relative? Someone of good standing in the community? It's all here, you say? I'm sorry. After 1:15 p.m. you need to see my colleague at desk number 4.
No.
Have a nice day.
No, I'm not going anywhere. Don't! You have to help me.
If you don't calm down, I shall have you removed.
I understand, sorry, it's rather urgent.
You won't get another warning. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
Let's
Please
start at the beginning. Where do you live?
London.
Why London?
I feel at home here.
With whom do you live?
7 housemates.
Occupations of say?
Cleaners, shelf stackers for now, but we all got good educations in our own country.
Your past is irrelevant, I'm afraid.
My past is irrelevant.
Where do you do your shopping?
Poundland?
What did you spend £1.78 on last Wednesday?
Toilet paper, I think?
How many hours do you sleep at night?
4, 5, 6, I
When
don't
did you
know.
last have sex?
Do I have to answer these?
Which God do you believe in?
None anymore.
What are you actually looking for?
Just a better life.
I'm sorry. Some of your answers have disqualified you.
What? Disqualified me? How?
The computer works on a traffic light system.
Red, amber, green.
You, most certainly, red.
Then I can
Bring additional documentation and return for re-assessment.
I'm sorry we are now closing for processing, but there is a leaflet in the foyer for you to collect.
No, this isn't good enough. I came here to ask a question, and I have been handed from person to person and still no answers. I want to make a complaint.
Information on how to make a complaint can be found on the back of the leaflet in the foyer. Take a leaflet.
Have a nice day.
Take a leaflet. Take a nice day. Take a nice day.
Oh, Stefan, why are things so difficult? Small, everyday tasks that should be easy are easy for other people. I'm having nightmares about them, just setting up a bank account. Bureaucracy? Is that the word? So much to learn. Goodness, I'm going to be so late! And now I am standing at the bus stop, waiting on the bus that was due 5 minutes ago. Traffic is terrible. Traffic jams everywhere. Road work on every corner and so much noise. Oh, come on, bus! I'm going to be so late. I was supposed to be at the agency 20 minutes ago to pick up this week's client schedule. You see what an exciting life I have, Stefan?
You're 28 and a half minutes late, Yelena. You're supposed to help me rearrange this room.
I know, I'm so sorry. The bus was late, traffic was terrible, and I had to put something in the post for the home office.
I'm sure you did. Yelena, I'm afraid I've had to reduce your hours considerably.
What? Why? I need the money.
Well, you should have thought of that before you absented yourself for over a week.
But I explained that. I had to go. My father died.
I did warn you. You knew this was our busiest period, that we needed commitment of all staff to ensure high standards for our clients. I'm afraid I've had to replace you. And your replacement has proved very efficient and reliable.
But Miss Sharp, that is so unfair. My work is good too.
Actually, there have been several complaints about your attitude and the thoroughness of your work.
But I work hard.
Mr. Archer, Downton Street, this picture.
Oh, but there were layers of grease. The cooker was absolutely caked. I did what I could in 2 hours.
Nevertheless, Mrs. Hatherley, St. Stephen's Road, Her daughter has complained you don't seem to know how to use a vacuum cleaner, and there are often a large pile of dishes in the sink when she arrives.
Well, that's because Mrs. Hatherley's carers are often late. She messes herself, and I can't leave her sitting in her own shit.
Please.
Well, I can't. She's a frail old lady, so sometimes
And
I
then-
use the time to clean her.
There's the serviced apartments, Queen's Gate. Mr. Henderson has complained about your rude behaviour.
My rude behavior. Bottles everywhere. Condoms, used ashtrays, overflowing. Vomit all over the bathroom floor. I had to step over drunken male bodies. One of them put his hand up my skirt, and so, yes, I emptied the ashtray over his head. What would you have done?
Your employment is terminated from this moment. You'll be paid for the hours worked this month. Collect from the office at the end of the week. Keep your money.
What have I done, Stefan? You've escaped! That is what you would say, and you're right, I have, and it feels good. But what about money? You seem to survive without it, but I don't know that I can. 20 pounds to Mama. Rent at the end of the week, food, fares. What do I do about that? Hey, little ducky. What a lovely, easy, free life you have. Any advice to give, huh? Mrs. Clifton. Yes, I still have Mrs. Clifton. Thank you. Thank you. Teenage boys. Hello, Mrs. Clifton. I'm back. I'll start in here, shall I?
Hello, Elena. Hello. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. We gave Daddy a good send-off.
Oh, good. That's good.
Is something wrong?
No. I wanted to give you the money.
Oh, could I just get it at the end as usual?
No, I'd like you to take it now, if you wouldn't mind.
Oh, of course.
Count it.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, this is more than my usual wages. Is it a mistake?
No, I wanted to say thank you.
Oh, you don't have to thank me. I'm so happy to work here.
That's just the thing, Elena. I'm afraid I can't employ you anymore. That's why I wanted to give you a bit extra.
Oh, how long, when do you want me to start?
From today. But take the extra money, please. It's my way of saying sorry.
I thought it was your way of saying thank you.
Well, both.
But what did I do? Is it because I went home? I only went for a week. I had to go. My father died.
It has nothing to do with that. Of course you had to go.
Then what did I do?
You didn't do anything, Elena. I just don't need your help anymore. I don't know what else I can say.
You can say I don't have to lose this job. What if I can find another one?
Of course you will. And you still have your agency work. They could increase your hours, couldn't they?
No.
You do still have work with the agency, don't you?
No, not anymore. But you know, I hated the work that they sent me on. It was awful. Just awful.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought... Well, what about that family at Quarry Street you told me about? The little boy in the wheelchair who smiles when you tell him stories. You like that job. You've still got that.
I still go around sometimes, but they cannot afford to pay me anymore. Mrs. Hitchman said something about the government making some changes and there not being enough money available.
Welfare cutbacks, always bloody cutbacks.
This has been the best job that I've had.
Oh, Yelena, how can you think this is a good job for a bright girl like you? It's service.
I'm not a servant.
No, not a servant. Service. I suppose you could call it a form of exploitation. I pay you to do something I could do myself.
But I don't feel exploited.
Well, perhaps you should.
But you're so nice to me. You're not some man that tries to grope me or some horrible person that criticizes and insults me when I cannot make miracles and turn her stinking flat into a palace. You're so kind, Mrs. Clifton, almost like a...
Almost like a what?
A mother.
But I'm not your mother, Yelena. Oh, no, Yelena, put it down. You seem to be having such a miserable time. You're still so young. Wouldn't it be easier, less of a struggle, if you went back to your own country, to your family and friends?
But I don't want to go back. I don't want to give up the struggle. I want to explore, to experience new things. I love my country, but for a young person like me, it is stifling, the small town routine of small town life. If I want to further my education over there, I have to go to the big city, get digs, pay large sums of money to the university, and I can't afford that. But here, when I am not working, I go to museums and art galleries. Daddy, you know, he was an actor and he loved culture of all kinds. One year he was doing this play in London, and when he came back, he described wonderful things that he had seen in places like the British Museum, the V&A, the Tate. And from then on, I was determined that one day I would see those things for myself. And that is what I'm doing. And I'm as excited as he was to have all these fascinating worlds opening themselves up for me, all free and on my doorstep. Why would I want to go back?
You're something special, Yelena. You have to exist in this world, and I think you're lonely.
Oh, yes, a bit. But I have my housemates and we get on. And yes, the cleaning sometimes gets me down, but never when I work here for you. Here I'm always happy.
I'm so sorry, Yelena, but it doesn't matter if you are happy here. I can't keep you on.
Well, I'll just finish up here then.
Yelena, what happened to that family in Quarry Street? Well, something similar has happened to me. Government cuts. My small business subsidies. You don't understand what I'm talking about, do you? You're so...
A foreigner.
I was going to say young. Anyway, I don't expect you to understand.
Then explain it to me, please.
Explain what? Explain how I cope on my own with 2 teenage boys and a business that's draining every drop of money, every
drop of my energy. I couldn't really afford you in the first place, but I thought it made sense, you know. Pay for a few hours cleaning so I could put those hours to better use. Building my business. Building a future for me and my boys. It's just not possible anymore.
Is your business dead?
No, not dead yet. 6 months, who knows? That's why I can't keep you on, Yelena. I'm sorry. Things are just too uncertain. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll go and write you an excellent reference.
A reference will not replace you.
You'd be amazed what a first-rate reference can do in this country. Everything will be fine, you'll see. Maybe a job that doesn't involve cleaning.
Oh, Stefan. I miss Daddy so much. I miss our home. I even miss Mama. Here I am, surplus to requirements, as they say. There's not enough to go around. Jobs, food, healthcare, education. That is what they say. Maybe that's true. Maybe everything that has happened to me is punishment for this bad thing that I've done. Do you think that I've done a bad thing coming over here? Do you? Rubbish and superstition. You're sounding just like your mother. Okay, I hear you, and by the way, I miss you too. So it's time to start looking for another job. Make use of my excellent reference, and maybe a job that doesn't include cleaning. Hi, I saw your advert for...
Do you have experience?
No.
Sorry.
Hi,
Sorry. Do you have retail experience?
No.
Driving experience?
No.
Bus experience?
No.
Centre?
No.
Childcare?
No.
Office?
No. No. Hello, I saw you.
No. Sorry. Sorry. Do you have
Hi.
driving experience? Centre?
No.
Office? Do you have experience?
No.
Do you have experience?
Sorry.
No.
Waste of time, eh, Stefan? Well, let's see what Mother has to say for herself.
Dear Lena, surprise, surprise. Stefan arrived on my doorstep bearing gifts. Well, a bunch of flowers, presumably by way of an apology. Didn't stay long, but did fix the dripping tap before he left. Says he'll drop in again soon. Apparently, he's got a bar job, other side of town. God knows how long that will last. He said he'd heard from you. Oh, thanks for the money. Bought a new scarf with some of it. Love, Mama.
Oh, Stefan, you... I love you, but why haven't you answered me? Oh, I got an interview. Tomorrow, 10 a.m. No previous experience needed. Training given. A French restaurant. Wow. I need someone to talk to. Where